What do you attribute that to? Mindset, who you're sharing the floor with, whatever it may be?
Yeah, I think I'm just getting a good amount of opportunity to do what I can do and just finding a little bit more comfort. My teammates are trusting me in positions to score and play make, facilitate, do a lot more on the offensive end. So, I'm just trying to be as consistent as I can in my role and, try to do what I can to help our team win.
Could you get a sense, second out of back-to-back, you guys coming back to Denver, just about the fatigue level from the team, especially just in that second half, trying to keep up with a team like Chicago that's running up and down the floor the entire game?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely tough. I mean, we landed pretty late last night. We had a game almost, less than 24 hours before this one today. So it definitely, the fatigue weighs on us, especially kind of being shorthanded as well, not having some of our guys. So it's definitely tough playing against a team like that, especially who plays so fast, especially after makes, misses, everything. Like, big shout out to them. They played a brand of ball tonight that was really hard to guard. So super hats off to them. They played a great game.
Do you have any conversations with the refs after that overturned call where White kind of goes backwards into you? And if so, what was kind of the explanation?
Nah, I didn't talk to – they weren't trying to talk to me tonight. I don't know. I guess that I said something that wasn't okay to them. But after that, I just kind of tried to keep my comments to myself. I was confused by how I could get head-butted and the foul would be on me. I guess they're insinuating that I fouled him with my face. I don't get that, but, it is what it is, and we got to move on from it. They call what they call. That's what it is.
If you could show up one thing for the playoffs that would give you guys the maximum ceiling for the playoffs, what would it be?
I think more than anything, and I think this is a league-wide thing, but I think it's going to be our health. Having as much depth as possible, having AG, who's played amazing all season, having Yoke, who's Yoke, and Jamal picking up his play as of recently. Those guys are really hard to deal with, and it's going to be hard to game plan against our team if everybody's healthy and that we can use our full team. So I just think that we have more depth than people think, and our team is better than what people think. I think that we could match up with anybody. So I'm just happy to, be rounding out this season and get to the point where it really matters because we're built for that.
So do you think seeding even matters then in the playoffs?
It definitely matters. We're trying to win as many games as we can and put ourselves in as best position as possible. But I'm not one really to look at the seeding and things like that. I just go out there and whoever's on the other side, I go at them and I compete. There's definitely matchups that are better than others for us, but I think that when that time comes, there's nothing we could do to control it. We just got to go out there and play and just try to be the best team in the league.
What's it like the week, assume you're not in the play-in, and you're seated wherever you're seated, what's that week like getting ready for the playoffs? Is that where you can rejuvenate a little bit, refresh a little bit?
1,000%. It's a little bit of time for guys to rest their bodies a little bit after a long, tedious season, but it's also just, getting ready mentally for what the playoffs are. It's way more physical, it's way more attention to detail, and I think it's just way more intense basketball in general. So I think that we all just got to, take that time to really lock in and focus, especially on what the coaches are telling us and what's our best, path to winning. But I think that it's definitely something that, it'll be good for us to get some rest.
You were really forceful in transition today. I got to the line 4 separate times. What sort of things have the coaching staff been just sort of like telling you and teaching you?
They kind of just been telling me to, be myself, play my game. I think that that's something that I'm super capable of on a night-to-night basis. I definitely got to pick up my rebounding because I got a lot of opportunities to do that because I had the ball in my hands to kind of start the break, and I think that was good for us. I definitely got to do my part in being more aggressive and taking advantage of those opportunities when they come, but my teammates found me in stride, and tonight I was just trying to be aggressive and attack. So, yeah.
Peyton, right when you came back from the injury, it felt like for the first week or two, like consistency was kind of a challenge for you, but these last 5 games have all been, feels like pretty solid from you. What do you chalk that up to? Was it just like, was there rust, or were you not like fully feeling 100% right when you came back?
Yeah, a little bit of rust, a little bit of, hadn't played for a while, so my conditioning wasn't as good as it is now or as it was before I got injured. But for me, I never want to give myself excuses, so I was just, I was irritated by, it not being as consistent as I wanted it to be. But I think now I've got myself in a groove, and then I also took that big old brace off. That was slowing me down a lot. You guys know I got a more refined game. So I was just, I felt like I was being held back by that a little bit, but, it was just for safety precautions. So I think now I'm just moving better condition, mind in a better place.
Your corner three-point numbers have been a lot more efficient and above the break this season. You hit a couple tonight, obviously, but I'm curious kind of what the mindset is in terms of attacking versus shooting in those different spots, if you're taking into account just kind of spot on the floor with some of that, or if you're kind of gaining confidence a little bit about the break too right now.
Well, yeah, I feel like since I've been back from injury as well, I've played a lot more at the three, giving me a lot more, space to attack from above the break, as you mentioned. And it's definitely different attacking off the dribble from the wing as opposed to the corner, just more space, not as clogged up, and I'm not playing against the out-of-bounds lines. But, my corner three-point numbers are definitely better than my above-the-break numbers, but I also shoot probably more. I'm also probably in the corner more, so I think that correlates. And I think I'm a great shooter all around, so I'm going to just continue to sharpen my game and get better.
Take one more. 9 games left. What's one thing you as a player individually want to continue to hone before the playoffs come about?
I think just continuing to be confident in my ball handling and my decision making. I think that I'm a really, really good facilitator for this team, especially when I get the ball and transition or in positions to attack. So I definitely want to be more confident in those areas and just kind of push the tempo and push the pace and get some guys some easier looks. We can't just live off of half-court sets and Jamal Murray and Joker being amazing, We got to get easy ones as well. So just being more confident as a facilitator and a ball handler and just, putting guys in position to win. But, it's hard to do on a team like this, being a young guy, but I'm trying my best and my teammates trust me. So I'm going to do all I can to do that.